What up? Jeff here with all my Bitcoin renegades. Today we're going to look at the Bitcoin price, but we're also going to look at some news and we're going to talk about basically how I made $30,000 with Bitcoin. This will be a continuation video. I will, in a future video, I'll do it on my phone, and I want to show you guys the lower priced Bitcoin purchases that I made. But how did I make that much money in crypto? And is it still possible for you guys to make that much money? Right now, altcoins are very, very risky, but Bitcoin is getting ready to bounce up so high. We have so much support at the $30,000 level. We keep bouncing from 30 to 40,000 over and over again. One of the ways is going to break. And there's too much institutional support at 28,000, or actually even all of these levels right here. And whale accumulation, all of that. It's all huge, and what it has to do with the price of Bitcoin. Now, as you see right here, we had a descending wedge going down right here, and it actually broke to the upside real quick, and fake out broke to the downside and kind of bounced back. But then it turned into an ascending triangle right here. And we just broke out of the ascending triangle, and as you see, we went up. So we could actually go from the bottom of the triangle to the top of the triangle, which is that. So we can go up that high, guys. And that is right around the $34,000 200 level. And there is resistance like right above this. So actually, I think that the resistance is going to be at like 35 too, but this is a good price target for right now. This is not financial advice. This is just what I am seeing in the charts. It doesn't always play out this way. It could fake out, and it does already look like a breakout, but it could always, fake us out and, come back down. So just be aware of that. It's not quite confirmed yet. It looks like it's about to confirm, though. Like, I don't know, if we close another hour chart above, then we possibly broke out of this triangle, and we should go all the way up to $34,200. So we'll see if that happens. That's just a quick analysis on the 1 hour chart. Let's check out the 4 hour, see if we see anything significant over here. Yeah. Yeah, that could be bad. That could be a bear flag. That's not good. See how it's kind of straight like that? It is a little angled, but that looks a little bit like a bear flag. And if that's the case, then we go all the way to the top. And that we would go all the way down to $21,000 if that's the case. Like I said, if we broke through the $28,000 800 level, there's no support down here to stop us from going all the way down to almost $20,000. We went up so fast at this part. There's not a lot of accumulation at this part because we didn't sit it here for a long time. So there's not a whole lot of support. We might be able to grab support. the bears could take over and not have it fall all the way down here to 21,000. But that's a big bear flag right there, and that could be bad. So guys, just be aware of that. If we come down here and we break this $28,000 800 level, we could continue to go all the way down to 21,000. And that is bad news. I don't think this is going to play out. I honestly don't think this situation is going to happen. The more likely of the two is on the 1 hour that we have the ascending triangle breakout back up to the $33,000 level. And see this right here, this is the resistance I was talking about that we've been facing so much lately. This resistance at about $35,200 right here. We keep facing that over and over again. So we'll see what happens. The ascending triangle on the 1 hour chart or the bear flag on the 4 hour chart. So we'll see, guys. Hopefully we break to the upside, though. I'm just showing you what I see in the charts. That's it. So that's all I can do is show you what's there. I have a lot of crazy lines here. I don't know what they're doing here, but I'll clean this up here before the next video. That being said, let's move on to the next topic of discussion here. So this is what I'm talking about and why I don't think it can break that $28,000 800 level that I have been talking about in almost every single one of my videos lately. I don't think we can break that. I honestly didn't even think we could break the $30,000 level. But to wreck those long positions at the $30,000 support level, that's why it wicked down to $28,000. The market right now is all about leverage trading and wrecking those leverage traders because they can gain so much of your money so very quickly, and they don't want that to stop. So they're going to continue to do stuff like that. See a possible downslide. So when Bitcoin prices briefly dipping below 30,000 on Tuesday and various investors seeing a downslide to possibly 20,000, a growing number of asset managers have begun betting on a short-term rise on the cryptocurrency at the CME. So asset managers at the CME are betting that Bitcoin is going to rise in the short term. A lot of investors, we're talking about the drop to 20,000, but a growing number of asset managers have been betting that, Bitcoin is going to go up, that CME, is going to back it, and the asset managers, are purchasing it most likely. And they're putting it on their balance sheet, on their portfolios. They are accumulating it so fast because they're looking at the long term. This is a major technology shift in our society. This is going to be quoted in the history books of when our money went from paper to digital. That is what's happening now, everybody. And if you can't see it, you will soon in the next 10 or 20 years. When you're forced to be able to make your purchases only by the blockchain or by Bitcoin or whatever currency is dominant on the computer at that time. And that's what it will be. And Bitcoin will still be there. I'm not sure if the US dollar won't make its own digital money in the future. So, but I still think that won't be as successful as a decentralized Bitcoin. So we'll see what happens. The price is actually continuing to go up. So I think the situation on the 1 hour chart, guys, is what's going to happen. We're almost up at 33,000. I don't think the bear flag is going to play out like I see on the 4 hour chart. So yeah, let's see if it'll show us this article so we can continue talking about it. So the latest data from June 15th shows that managers have 517 long Bitcoin futures contracts, which bet on a rise in Bitcoin prices. See, people are betting that the price is going to go up. and it's not going below this level. A 35% increase over the previous week. The last time asset managers had more than 500 long future contracts was in Q4 of 2020, when Bitcoin prices initiated a string of record highs. So the growth in the bullish bets has been so sudden that this group is almost back to a net neutral position, despite being heavily bearish over the last few months. So for context, this group was first to slowly start shorting the asset back in late January at the exchange. As Bitcoin raced past 35,000, they began to net short Bitcoin February 23rd, following a tumble in the Bitcoin price at 58,000 to 44,900, and stayed that way as Bitcoin lost 50% of its value. So you can see the number of longs to shorts here, and there is so many shorts getting liquidated. And they are now betting on shorts, over 500 right here. Look at that. That's this month right here, over 500 longs. All the shorts got wrecked. So a lot of the people are starting to bet now that Bitcoin's going to go back up. Hedge funds, corporations, retail. Look at all that retail involvement. But as you see, hedge funds, look at all of that. So they're betting shorts, retail. Now hedge funds are going long. Corporations are going short. Retail is going short, but hedge funds are going long. So why did they boost their bets to long on Bitcoin? Well, that's because there's so much support at these levels. It can't go much lower than that. Except quick wicks, guys. They quickly wick down just to liquidate you. But there's what I'm saying, guys. Okay, it's kind of boring when I go into these speeches and just read these. But when I tell you that there's so much support at this $28,000 level, that MicroStrategy is not worried about the price dipping lower, Tesla has diamond hands, Kathy Woods is buying 1,000,000 shares of Grayscale BTC Trust, which is basically a Bitcoin-backed stock, and so or a stock like fund, and which matches the price of Bitcoin. It's not like an ETF, but if you want to know more about that, look it up. Grayscale, BTC Trust. So if you guys are interested in this, this is the time to buy Bitcoin. When it's at these strongly supported levels at like 30,000, we're not going to go much below that right now. And as you see, every time we go up to 40, we bounce back down, we go back to 30, and we either don't even touch 30, or we just barely touch it, or barely go below, and then go right back up. So what's happening is all the corporations are buying at these low levels, and then we buy at higher levels because it only wicks to these prices. Excuse me, guys. Briefly to these levels, and so if you want, you can actually set a purchase for $30,000. So if the price goes back to 30,000 exactly, you will have a limit price that's already in, and that way you can just barely be at 30,000. You'll be in the profit right away as soon as it bounces back up off of it. And this isn't financial advice, but I mean, I almost guarantee that's what's going to happen. And this is just entertainment. Just know that. Don't sue me later because Bitcoin goes to zero. And it won't, trust me. That won't happen. Not financial advice, but I believe Bitcoin has a bright future. I've made a lot of money on it for myself and my family. This is legal money. This is a real asset. It's probably going to take hold in the entire world. This is definitely a technology shift, and it gives people like me, entrepreneurs, and people with ideas that have no outlet to be creative and to make a lot of money for our future, and to help us out of our situations in the short and long term. So, like I said, I bought Bitcoin at really low levels. The whole point of this video is how to make money with Bitcoin. And I'm going to tell you how I did it. And you can do it now. So, we'll just say that $10,000 is the $30,000 level, because that's when I got into Bitcoin, at the $10,000 level. Well, let's just say 30,000 is that level, the $10,000 level where I got in. Okay, so if I were you and I'm starting out like I did with zero at the $10,000 level, I actually had no money. The reason that I was able to put money in later, I will go into. I was able to invest $5,000, but that was later on. When I first started on Coinbase and looking into it, I had absolutely zero money. I started looking into Bitcoin because of an ad I saw, and then I started just looking into it, researching it, um, looking into the 4-year cycles of the Bitcoin mining and the halving. So what I did at $10,000, we'll say the $30,000. So what you guys can do right this second, is I started just slowly investing through time. And what I did is I found places that I could get free Bitcoin to add up my Bitcoin that I got. So what I did is I went on Coinbase. I signed up for an account on Coinbase. I got the free money that they gave me, and then I invested like $80 or $100 of my own money in Bitcoin. And I actually turned some of the money they gave me into other crypto like Bitcoin. That I only started out with like $100, which you could do right now at the $30,000 level, and you'll get about $30 free on Coinbase if that's the route you choose. Or you can choose an exchange of your choosing, like eToro or any other of the ones that you can use either in America or anywhere else. But what you will start doing, just start with $100, and then when you get paid the next week, put in $20 more, and then put in $50. And if you want, you can use some of the sites that I use to take surveys on your breaks if you don't make a lot of money, and just do surveys and make like 20, $30 a week in surveys, and then put that and save it. Just put it away. Do not touch it. Don't spend it. Don't put a whole lot of your money into it so that you have to take that money out, every week. You put $20 in and then you have to take the $20 out, to live off of. Don't do that. Put the money that you have to save in it and save it. Don't touch it. It's gone. Just think of it as an investment that you cannot touch. So only do an amount, $5 then, $10, whatever you can afford to put away that you won't touch. That's how your Bitcoin grows. So don't look at it as money. Look at it as, yeah, I got 10,000 Bitcoin satoshis. Okay, so you just bought $100, which is right now like 300,000 Bitcoin satoshis, give or take. So now you have 300,000 satoshis you bought. Every week you add 10,000 satoshis to that with your, $10 that you have, $5, $10 or whatever, $3, whatever 10,000 satoshis is right now. I don't know if it's 300,000 or 33,000 satoshis is $100. I think it's 300,000. Don't mark my words. You can figure that out later. I'm just saying, for example, $100, whatever amount of satoshis that is. And then, just add every single week. And then eventually a year goes by, guys. And this is what I did, all right? So I started at 10,000. All I was trying to do is stack up satoshis. And I was trying to get more Bitcoin because I knew in the future the project was awesome. I was saving money for the future. And as I was doing it, the price of Bitcoin kept accelerating. And I'm like, cool. Now my money's worth twice as much as it was. Okay, now I'm going to put twice as much in there. So instead of putting $40 a week, or $20 a week, I'm now putting $40 a week in there because my money just doubled itself. We went from 10 to 20,000. And so by that time, I actually had multiple thousands of dollars into Bitcoin, from surveys and everything. And at that point, I got a settlement from a car accident that I was in. And so I was able to invest about $5,000 of that settlement into Bitcoin at about the $10,000 to about the $15,000 level to 20,000. I invested that $5,000. So at the beginning, I invested nothing but like $100, and then dollar cost averaged in, and I ended up with a couple $1,000, and then I put the $5,000 from the investment in. So I know there was some discrepancies in my past videos about how much money I put in, and so this is the story and how it happened. And then so that $5,000 from my settlement that I got, I put in, and I took some money out at that time. I took $8,000 out the first time, and I gave I paid off a lot of the bills that I had, my credit card. From before all of this, I was like $4,000 in debt. I never wanted to do credit card debt. I never believed in it. I was struggling financially, so I had to use my credit cards to survive. And I racked up like almost $4,000 in debt. And I was able to pay it all off with, you know, the not the settlement only. I paid part of it off with the settlement, but then I also paid part of it off with the profit that I made from Bitcoin. So then I was scratch free, no more debt. Bitcoin got me out of the $4,000 in debt that I was in. I ended up getting off of SSI, so I wasn't getting that income anymore. I wasn't working during this time of collecting Bitcoin. I was trying to go to school. The coronavirus happened, which stopped my schooling. And so Bitcoin came in at the perfect time for me in my life. It's like God literally gave me a lifeline in a time that I had absolutely nothing else holding me above water. I would have been financially doomed. Honestly, I don't know what I would have done. Sorry. But yeah, God saw me through it, and you know, I'm doing pretty good now. Things just got a little bit hard again with my car, but every time, God sees me through it. So yeah, right now, so I ended up, making almost 20,000 after I already took 8,000. So basically, I got up to $10,000 after I put that 5,000 in there, and then a couple thousand. It was probably like $7,000, and then that went up to $10,000. Um, and then it went even higher. I think it went up to 18. Okay, no, the first time I got up to $10,000, I took 8,000 out. Then it went all the way back up to 10,000 somehow. Um, and then I invested some more of the money that I took out, like maybe out of the $8,000 I made, I probably invested like 3,000 more of that $8,000 that I took out the first time. So I took $8,000 out already. So this is the first 8,000 profit that I took. And then I was able to invest like a couple thousand back in and got back up to 10,000 again. All right, at this time, I'm just dollar cost averaging up. I make it all the way up because Bitcoin goes from 10,000 and 20,000 where I'm at all the way up to $60,000, guys. So I'm already at like major profits here, back up to 10,000. Then it goes from like 20,000 where I'm at right now, 25,000. Bitcoin goes all the way up to like 40, 50,000, and then 58,000. At 58,000, I took 10,000 more dollars out, which left 10,000 more dollars in Bitcoin in my account. So I was able to do that, and I ended up, using that money for gifts, to my family and stuff. And I was so happy I was able to do that. I was able to give my brother a wedding gift. I was able to give my mom a gift. I was able to pay off a little, any stuff that I had. I paid off my TV. I got a new TV, a laptop. I have money now to put a down payment on a car that I'm getting, and I could pay for the car outright, but I don't want to liquidate all of my Bitcoin to do that. So I have, a plan in place for a way to do that. So, but anyway, I got my Bitcoin back up to 15,000 after I took the 10,000. We went from 20,000 down to 10, and so I put a couple more thousand in there, like 2,000 more, and then it went up to. So I put in probably altogether $10,000. But that's money, that's profit basically. The only money that I invested was the $5,000 from the settlement. The rest of the money that I invested in Bitcoin came from profits. And so every time I would take a profit out, I would invest part of that profit back in. But I already still only sold half of my Bitcoin. So I still have Bitcoin in there. The problem with that is I bought Bitcoin at these higher levels. So my $15,000 in Bitcoin now is sitting around 7,500 in Bitcoin. So I'm really hurting with all of you guys. I've lost half of my profit so far. So right now I have lost over $7,500, almost $8,000 on my Bitcoin. So I'm still holding strong. That's why I'm not taking my Bitcoin out to pay for this car. So I don't have a job right now. Well, I do actually. I still work for DoorDash. That's the thing. DoorDash did not fire me. I work there still. So as soon as I get this car, I can just continue to work. And then I'm going to work for Uber as well. And in the fall, I'm going to be going back to school, and I can't wait for that. Now that the coronavirus is over, I want to get this degree, get my hours in schooling in, and start helping people and, get a career going for myself. And maybe I'll be a huge YouTuber that just supports chemical dependency, and chemical dependency and sobriety, recovery from that. So, this is the first video that I got emotional. I'm not going to cut that out because that was genuine. I'm telling you my story a little bit and how it affected me. So I thought you guys would like to hear that because I couldn't have done it without God, man. That's the only reason I am where I'm at. And, it helps me with Bitcoin. I'm not saying to go and just buy Bitcoin because you believe in God. Do your research, definitely talk to your financial advisor or whatever. But Bitcoin is here for the long term. Bitcoin stalls at 35K resistance, lower support at 30K. I told you that $35,200 level resistance, and this is what they're talking about here. I do know what I'm talking about, believe it or not, for the most part. Jack Dorsey and Musk hint at a Bitcoin debate. Ethereum's under 2,000, guys. These are just beautiful prices to buy these cryptocurrencies at. Even Cardano, I would wait for a little dip to buy that. Anything $1 or under is definitely a good price for Cardano. Right now, I wouldn't recommend this price. Maybe wait for it to fall, but Ethereum, that's a beautiful price. Bitcoin, beautiful price. Dogecoin, be careful, guys. Dogecoin to the moon, but be careful. This has so much potential to make you lose 90% of your money if you're not careful. That's the fluctuation of the power of the people. I like Dogecoin. I like, the power that the people have to control the price. Other than Elon Musk, it's cool that we can all get together and buy this coin at the same time legally and, kind of control the price, fluctuate the price to higher levels for our gain. So I'm going to be doing more giveaways, guys. I need the artistic people that have really creative ideas to help me with a logo and a banner for my channel, guys. I want creative ideas. That's what the giveaway is going to be at 250 subscribers. We're going to pick the top 5 artists that have the best logo ideas, and I'll give you some hints, guys. Think Bitcoin Renegade. So Bitcoin for one, of course, but what is a renegade? Okay, I don't know that I really like that word too much. It's the name of my cat. That's kind of where the name came from. Is my cat Renegade? There's a longer story to that, but I'm not going to tell you that right now. But just think like motorcycles, like when I was thinking Bitcoin Renegade, I was like a chopper, like a chopper, a gold chopper with like Bitcoin Renegade under it, and like maybe a Bitcoin man driving the motorcycle or something. I want to see some creative ideas from you guys, and like the colors, that's going to be a real attention getter. The colors, make it have cool colors, like get people's attention. And so whoever has the top five logo ideas for my channel will be part of the giveaway. That way we have interactive stuff. It was hard to get people to share the links, their Facebook links or wherever they did it. So now this time we're going to have a basically creative challenge. And I'd like to see your guys' creativity come to life in this contest. You can also, if you don't want your name mentioned on air for the contest, you can submit your ideas anonymously if you're shy or if you don't want recognition. You can still be qualified and get cryptocurrency for the contest, or you can donate that crypto to the channel. Whatever you want to do with it. I'm just trying to make you guys feel as comfortable as you possibly can doing this. So just the people who watch my videos are the only ones who are going to know about the contest and how to enter into it. So those of you who watch my videos, thank you so much. You are going to be the only ones who know how to enter the contest, and you will see people frantically trying to enter the contest at the last minute, not knowing what to do. I don't think that's cool. I'm not laughing or making fun of people. If they did it on accident, they honestly didn't know what to do. I'm sorry, but if they intentionally just didn't do it, then we got to fix that. It's my fault if you didn't know what was happening. I want to help you get the word out. So if you guys can help me get the word out, smash that like button, hit the subscribe. If you're already my subscribers, which a lot of you are, and I thank you so much for that. I cannot thank you how much, tell you how much I thank you and appreciate your support. It means so much to me on this channel. I kind of bare my soul sometimes to you. We talk about crypto, we talk about life sometimes. This is about financial wellness, and that can be achieved even through, even by poor people through Bitcoin. I was on government help at last year, at this time last year. I had basically nobody. I wasn't standing on my own 2 feet, and I was getting help by the government, which I thank because I was unwell. My migraines had taken over my life. I wasn't able to work. I tried to work back in 2016, and things didn't work out then. And my journey has been just amazing if you look back at it. There's a lot of cool things happening in my life right now. And I don't know if I want to share it on my channel, but I might share it on my Facebook. Um, Something really special is happening in my life pretty soon, and I'm really happy about it. So the price of Bitcoin is holding strong at the $30,000 level. And I really think we're going to skyrocket. I don't know if it's going to happen this month in June, but by the end of summer, we're going to see huge, huge price influxes, huge volume in the exchanges, guys, and we're just going to hit the big, big leaks here at 60,000 and plus. We're going to hit new all-time highs. I see Bitcoin going to over 100,000 this year, most likely in November or December of this year is when we're going to see the new all-time highs. It's possible we see it before that. Bitcoin runs in 4-year cycles. We still haven't seen the 18 months after the halvening cycle hit yet. So that's what I'm waiting on. That's going to happen in the next few months. These super patterns, that's one of the reasons I got into Bitcoin in the first place, was because of the halving, which is a super pattern directly built into the Bitcoin algorithm and designed by Satoshi Nakamoto in the Bitcoin coding. He coded it into there, so where supply and demand would automatically be adjusted in Bitcoin. And that's why the price basically has to go up. As the supply dwindles of Bitcoin and the demand from institutional, from hedge funds, from the retail investor, which is you and I, and definitely all of the billionaires in the world, all of the people with multi-billion-dollar portfolios and $1 million portfolios, there's not enough Bitcoin for all of us if that happens. So we're still early on Bitcoin. This is the first stage. This is like the second inning in a 9 inning stretch. Just for an analogy, we're like in the first quarter of a basketball game, the second inning of a baseball game. We are just barely in the first stages right now. And we're going to grow. This channel is going to grow as soon as, more interest comes into Bitcoin. We start getting new all-time highs. We're going to have more interest in the channel, especially if people start watching my content even more and hear what I have to say. And like I show, solid evidence to back it up, and I bare my soul as a person on here. I don't see how it can get much better YouTube than this. I'm just playing. But no, I just appreciate your support. Go ahead and smash the like button if you like my personality sometimes, and go ahead and share this on your social medias. Let's get the word out there. Let's show the YouTube algorithm that my content is worthy to have viewers see me, and it's worthy of seeing people's eyes, and people will watch my content. And I guarantee, not financial advice, but Bitcoin has a bright future. And if you get in now, this is still the ground floor, guys. Guarantee that. Guarantee Bitcoin is awesome. All right, that's my opinion, not a guarantee. But all right, that being said, you know what time it is. Goodbye and good Bitcoin. Bam!